Orchids, delicate exotic blooms you'll find growing in the wild in people's homes and more than ever now in a huge greenhouse operation right here in Northeast Ohio. IdeaStream's Tony Ganzer, host of All Things Considered on 90.3 WCPN, checked out this Oberlin floriculture giant that's looking to dominate the industry. Tony, welcome back to Ideas.
Hi, Rick.
Kind of interesting. I always thought of orchids as tropical plants. You're telling me that Oberlin is far enough south?
You would, yeah. That's one way to put it, but another way to put it is that they have invested in the best of the best of greenhouse technology. This is Green Circle Growers in Oberlin. It has 100 acres total. 25 of that is dedicated to orchids, and it's mostly Dutch technology that they've brought in. As you know, Holland is kind of the hotbed of flowers for the world, so they've taken that expertise from abroad, brought it to Northeast Ohio, and it's become the biggest orchid distributor in North America now.
So you're telling me there really is a big market for orchids grown next door?
A huge market. Green Circle Growers supplies Home Depot, supplies Walmart, and we're talking big numbers here. 110,000 orchids a week, about 7 million a year. Total for the operation, they have about 700 employees. So it is not small ball that they're playing there. And this is big money just based on volume. An orchid used to cost you $40, $50. They've brought it down to $14 to $20. So they're breaking into more markets. They're convincing people that, hey, these are nice looking flowers. They are exotic, but they're not terribly difficult to take care of. And people are picking them up.
You talk about the Walmarts of the world walking in there buying them by the thousands, but when you mentioned $14, could I just walk in and say I'd like one, please?
You can, but you have
Really?
to go through the distributors. You're not buying it from Green Circle Growers. So they have these big retail shops. Home Depot is another one, Giant Eagle. They're really breaking into these markets where you can get to more consumers quicker. And the next step kind of in their strategy is actually to go into gas stations or small convenience stores, because they're thinking that orchids are a impulse buy, that you know, you're buying your gas and yeah, let's pick up an orchid too.
Sure, why not? I usually pick up M&Ms, but okay. So you mentioned Holland, we mentioned tropical areas where these would grow. Yeah. What's different about growing them in Lorain County? Nothing compared to Holland, and that's the interesting thing. I spoke to the director of marketing for Green Circle, and he said Holland is kind of the Ohio of Europe. So climate-wise, it does get really cold there, and the summers are not terribly hot, but by keeping them in the greenhouse, you can control all of this technology. So they've just really imported that straight into Oberlin, and it's working. And when I talk about technology, I am talking about robots actually planting the orchids in. You have electronic eyes which are reading the pots, and then that has the entire history of that orchid, what it was fed, where it came from, how long it's been in Oberlin. But also they imported wood boilers, which has cut down on their gas costs. So this is kind of a whole lot of European technology, old and very new. Okay, you should copyright that phrase, Holland, the Ohio of Europe.
I think I will.
Okay, IdeaStream's Tony Ganzer, thanks so much. To hear his report in full, please visit our webpage at ideas.wviz.org.